I deleted this entire build because it did not fit in with my Mario themed zoo. So like and subscribe and let's rebuild it. Hello everybody, my name is Grizzgoat and welcome to the Toad Town Zoo and Aquarium. I built this European fallow deer and wild boar exhibit and did not like the way it turned out, which sometimes you live and you learn and you'd have to redo everything. So instead of showing you a build that I'm not going to use, I'm going to just show you the deleting process and how I'm going to fix it. So I was struggling initially with the amount of hard shelter that the European fallow deer needed. Why they need so much hard shelter when they are outside animals, I'm not really sure. Leave a comment if you know why they need so much indoor space, but they needed it. So I created a cave and I created those shelters that you could see in the front end of the video, and it just felt off to me. So to make it match our theme a little better, we're going to repurpose one of these blocks from the wombat exhibit and turn it into a barn for our fallow deer and wild boar. So here we are, we're just adding a little bit of an extension to it. This exhibit is really just to fill in a little bit of space because I didn't really want to fill it in with just a bunch of scenery. I wanted something interesting in this space, and these guys had just the right amount of space requirements. I might take the fallow deer out and just keep the wild boar in. I feel like they fit a little better. The boar kind of represent Goombas because they're very ugly and cute at the same time, but where a wombat is a cute Goomba, wild boar is an ugly Goomba. And then the deer are just kind of here because I ordered them for our Swan Lake, but they were way too shy, much more shy than our beavers are, and we're still struggling with our beaver happiness and stress levels over there. And the deer were even more stressed, so I wanted to do something with them, so I just added them in here. And I think it turned out pretty good. So yeah, there you can see the cave. We're gonna delete that in a little bit. And then you can see I'm extending the shelter out even further because it still didn't meet the deer requirements. Yeah, there's just so much shelter, I felt like, but it's okay. We eventually get there, and it looks pretty nice in the end. And there you can see we finally got to our hard shelter requirements for our deer. So now it's just a matter of decorating this building to make it look Mario themed, just like in one of my other videos I explained. These are like the background blocks in Super Mario 3, one of my favorite games of all time. And here I debated, I didn't want to do another blue block, or a pink block. I wanted to do either yellow or green. I couldn't quite get yellow to look right. so we decided to go with green. And there you can see I was just testing out the viewing angles to make sure it looked kind of like the layered backgrounds of Mario. And it looks pretty good from the Marsupial Mushroom Cafe. So here I'm just gonna add a kind of viewing window for kind of our barn that we have set up. And another reason why I deleted the old enclosure was because there was so much rock work and the fallow deer could not traverse over it. No matter how much I tinkered with it, I just could not get the deer to walk over it. So the actual land space that they had to walk around on was very small. It was enough for them, but it didn't quite. It just didn't seem like it was an effective habitat. Now I'm just gonna delete the cave that I had for them, so that the guests can have a better viewing of them. And then there you could see I was prioritizing the fallow deer's walking area because the wild boar can walk over pretty much everything. Now we're just going to do some terrain paint. And the idea behind this habitat is just kind of to be a little meadow or pasture kind of area where these deer and boar have gathered. So we're adding a lot of foliage and adding this rock background up against the wall just to hide the terrain work that we did to raise it up. And now we're going to add tons of plants, tons of flowers. And as you can see, the train goes right over this exhibit. It's not finished yet, so hopefully it doesn't add to the stress levels of our animals. I've never actually tested that out in Planet Zoo, so hopefully not. But it should only go by a few times a day, so it hopefully won't be too bad. Now we're gonna add this Yorkshire fog grass, which is one of my new favorite grasses. I've never used it before. But yeah, I like the way it looks. It's like a very shaggy grass, which I like. So I just went crazy with it and put it all around the exhibit, just to give it a whole lot of texture. Because once you do a little bit of texture for the grass in one area, then the Planet Zoo grass texture just looks really bad. So you want to cover it all. So that's what I did. There you can see we have the nice layered effect. Plenty of roaming area for these guys to walk around in. We're going to add the enrichment. It's a little bit of a uneven terrained area, so I did have to adjust a bunch of stuff where I put the enrichment items down later. But with that being said, here is the final overlook of our wild boar and European fallow deer joint enclosure. Just gives you a nice break of scenery to look at the castle, and the train has an interesting position over top of it. Turned out great. Like and subscribe as always. My new goal, I guess, is 10,000 subscribers. I don't even know what's next. That might be a while. Okay, bye.